Can you tell us about what you've been kind of dealing with and how you're feeling now?
Yeah, it's been a battle for a few days. So unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. So still kind of coming around and just getting my energy back. Lost a little bit of weight too, so that's been improving and getting better. So obviously, what I really need to focus on here over the next 24 hours. Obviously, I haven't been on the ice in a few days, so just getting back out there today with the guys was great, a lot of fun. But certainly, you notice the difference. When you're battling an illness, and then when you've been off the ice for a few days. So important to do everything I need to do to be ready to play.
Was it the flu, stomach bug? Do you know?
It was no gastro, so it was flu-like, or is flu-like, but I had no stomach issues. So relatively speaking, I was able to still eat and hydrate a decent amount. So, but I had a few nights that were pretty difficult.
William, you noted that maybe you were kind of playing through it a bit on Thursday in New Jersey. Like, how did you manage it, I guess, in that game? Because you scored a pretty big goal.
Well, it certainly wasn't what it was at that point in time. I just felt my energy wasn't as I expected it to be, through warm-ups and starting the game. But I was never at a point where I felt I was extremely ill. But certainly kind of once we landed back home and I was driving back to my house and getting ready for bed, I can notice that things were really starting to come on pretty strongly. So, I just obviously just played and managed, the way you're feeling and the importance of how you have to go out there and play and execute and all that. But it really kind of came on strong once I got home.
What's the focus on the power play going forward here?
I think just to kind of just stay with it. We don't need to panic or overreact. I think no doubt we want to be better, have to be, need urgency, structure, execution, all those things. But I also think just need to relax and play and stick with it.
For you, what's the feel if you're able to go tomorrow with Holmberg there? Obviously, Robertson you played with a lot. Like, what was the feel in practice today? Yeah,
certainly. Both players obviously well and have been very good contributors for us over their time here. Played with Robbie a fair amount, so obviously the tenaciousness that he has. Obviously an amazing shot, knack for the net. So Homer's just very versatile, very competitive, very strong on the puck, good awareness out there. So something for me to adapt to and get the most out of them.
I'm not sure if you do. This week, your uncle officially goes in the Ontario Sports Hall of Fame. This week, just wondered about comment on his contributions.
I'm just very happy when he gets the recognition that he deserves. I just think for our generation of athletes across Canada, to me, one of the most underrated with what he's been able to do and accomplish for how long he did it at such a high level. The championships he's won, the individual accomplishments, a lot of the records that he set, and I think the type of teammate and leader that he's been, how he's been, he's showing it as a coach now. The championships he's won the last couple of years in the NLL and the Mann Cup again this year. So just very happy for him and great to see that recognition. And there's not many guys grow up with that type of influence around them, and I don't think you realize it as a time growing up as a kid, but very fortunate to have my uncle just to be as great as he was as an athlete and to be around that, to spend time with him, watch him prepare, compete, but also how he carried himself and the type of teammate that he is, type of leader that he is. So, it's great to see.
Is your dad athletic too? Did he play lacrosse as well?
He would say so. He didn't play lacrosse, but he played hockey a little bit. He played some decently competitive soccer in the GTA. But he was the oldest, and when they immigrated to Canada, he worked pretty hard to try to help the family get their feet settled in. And my Uncle John was born here, not in Portugal, so things kind of settled in for the family, developed some roots, and had a little bit more opportunity. Obviously started playing at St. Christopher House down at Alexandra Park, which obviously was a great influence for him in starting his lacrosse journey. So, but I know my dad's big thing is he can shoot both ways in hockey. So that's what he always would tell me that I can't do. So, but yeah, it's I'd say lacrosse though is certainly our family sport. That whether it's a few of my uncles, my cousins, all play pretty competitively. And had done pretty well in the sport.
What's it like to get the belt after that game the other night?
It was exciting for sure. Obviously the most important thing is we got the 2 points, and just going out there, home opener, getting that first one for me, and just giving the fans something to be happy about was exciting for sure.
What was it like to play in a home opener?
It was exciting. Yeah, it's you can feel the atmosphere, you could feel the intensity of the crowd, and it was a lot of fun.
What's the key for you moving forward here, managing a heavier workload than you've had in the past?
Just staying on top of things, continuing to work hard, and just trying to be consistent. I think that's probably the biggest thing for me that I want to focus on right now is just going out there and working hard and making sure that night in and night out when my name's called that I'm giving the guys a chance to win every night. Obviously it's not going to be 1-0, 2-1 games every night. You're going to have your 5-4, 6-5 games where you give up some goals, but you kind of just have to put it in the rearview mirror and just focus on that next shot.
You already got a new mask, or what's going on there?
Yeah, just 2 masks. So just trying it out, breaking it in, just trying to get the straps and get everything going. But I'll probably go back to the blue one for tomorrow.
Right, stick with winning.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, back in your Anaheim days, you saw the Kings a lot. What was that rivalry like?
It was a tense rivalry for sure. Them only being 45 minutes away from Anaheim, I got to play in a couple of those games. So it was always always a hard fought game. A little physical, a little gritty, but just having that familiarity with them and some of their players, going to help me know what to expect tomorrow.
Was the weather better in Florida or California?
I guess it depends on what time of the year it is. Right now in Florida, it's you get those hurricanes with the the humidity, but it's pretty nice in both areas.
When you were deciding to sign here, how much did the possibility of an increased workload, maybe playing the most games you've ever played, how much was that part of the mindset?
It was probably the number one thing for me. You obviously play this game to play games and get out there, and obviously with this team and the talent obviously speaks for itself. So for me it was a pretty easy decision, but for me it's just going out there, trying my hardest, and just like I said, put my best effort forward every night.
Do you have to dial back at practice at all, knowing that you're going to be playing more? Is there any adjustment there?
Not really. I like to when I'm not playing, I'll usually stay out after, do some extra work, but you just kind of dial it in practice. During the actual practice phase of it, a little more. We obviously go on early with Curtis to get some goalie work in, so that kind of helps you stay sharp in that little aspects of the goalie, I guess, atmosphere of it. But for me, I like to go out there and I like to get a lot of shots. I like to stay sharp and break a little sweat.
What did you think of how Hildeby handled the game in New Jersey?
I thought he was fantastic. You look at his poise in the net, and they would get a goal, and it didn't even faze him, it didn't rattle him, and he kind of looked like a 5-year veteran, and I know what that feeling's like, and I was just ecstatic for him after the game. He worked his ass off that game. A lot of big saves for us, a lot of clutch saves, and for him to hold down the fort just for a start, get that win was super exciting for him.
Have you ever been tandem where you and your other goalie counterpart are over 13 feet?
No, it's just probably. Actually, I was pretty close with Mikko Koskinen in Edmonton, so we were probably I don't know how tall. I think he was like 6'6", 6'7", so probably around the same as Dennis.
What do you remember most from your first ever NHL game?
It was a home game in Philly. I think it was against Calgary. So just the nerves and the excitement, kind of after both anthems, and you get going and you kind of just phase everything out and you just start to play. And I think we scored a couple quick goals, so that kind of helped relieve the nerves. And I'm pretty sure we won. I think it was 6-3. So it's obviously something you don't forget. But just having friends, family in attendance was probably the biggest thing for me. Just being able to share that experience, just because they were there with me every step of the way.
I understand you were joining some of the guys serving some meals yesterday.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
It was exciting. Obviously just to be able to get back to the community and Obviously I heard yesterday Covenant House is, I think this is the 9th or 10th year that the Leafs have been doing it. So just to be able to help out and, just spread some holiday joy was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of people there just asking questions, a couple goalies in the house. So it was just nice to kind of pick their brain. They were able to pick mine.
You're getting used to the market. What would you say is your welcome to Toronto kind of moment so far?
Probably you guys right here, just being around, being in Florida, Anaheim, just the media presence. But no, it's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself so far. It's been extremely welcoming, the guys, the city, the community. So I'm looking forward to a lot more going forward.
What were you focused on in that post-practice work?
Just always improving, I guess. And after my injury, I haven't really worked like with specific skills coach and whatnot. And someone asked me yesterday that so much access to so many good tools here to be able to improve your game, and I want to always improve my game no matter what age I am.
How have you felt about your game early in the season? That was a pretty busy start.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's never easy to change teams and under these circumstances, even more so. I liked my first game. Second game was pretty good. Didn't like my last game. So I want to start trending in the right direction and try and build some games together. But at the same time, I've mentioned before that it's going to be a different, some different roles and whatnot, and different ways to try and help the team win. And I'm excited about doing that.
The extra skills and development coaches, how much of that was used as a selling point when you're a free agent?
There's definitely a part of it, and we don't play for so long, and you kind of jump in and you just jump right into action. It's like you completely neglect all that stuff. And then this summer I was focused more on my body and my overall general health. And now when I get out there with the skills coaches, skating or Patty and shooting, and you realize that a lot of my tendencies are kind of gone from kind of compensation patterns and whatnot. So working on building those back up, and it's fun. I've always enjoyed this.
What did you not like, I guess, about your game Saturday?
Holding on to pucks is my strongest skill, and it hasn't really been there for me for whatever reason since I've came back. And I mentioned the first game. I thought it was better in that first game. Maybe some parts of that second game there, but even last year when I was playing at my best, I was hanging on to pucks in a physical way and kind of wearing down a D-man and making the other team come back to their end and stop. And for whatever reason, it hasn't been there yet, but I know it'll come.
You've been in this league a long time. I'm sure you've gone 0 for 9 on the power play before, but what are you seeing on the power play that should be working that isn't working?
I mean, there's some chances, and then you get frustrated and you probably overcomplicate things, and it's just a matter of, good players trying to make a difference, great players trying to make a difference, but, the skill on this power play, it's bound to happen. It's going to come, and then once it does come, confidence takes over, and goals start pouring in. So while I'm being asked about this, it's really not a concern in my mind, in the sense where I know what we have in this room, and these are some of the most elite players in the world, and it's going to come.
You mentioned how much movement there is with those guys on that unit. What's it like for you when you're out there with that group?
It's definitely tough to jump into because they've had so much chemistry for so long, and while that's very, very hard to defend, it is tough to jump into because they kind of know when they're going to read off each other and switch and make plays. But at the same time, if I'm predictable, maybe I could help our power play as well. And I've never done it like that because I'm not as skilled as those guys. But maybe at times, there are chances to throw it into a stick in there and try and collapse them, and then that allows things to open up and allows seams to open up and whatnot.
What was it feel with Max and Bobby today? A bit of a different look.
Good. I mean, yeah. Max has been playing really good hockey. Bobby as well. But I think Max has been, when he went to center, started feeling it a bit. Bobby's a big, strong body who definitely can create some time and space out there. So 2 very good players, and it'd be nice to play them.
They're younger than you, of course, but what goes through your mind watching Tavares?
Everyone's younger than me.
Yeah. watching Tavares, Matthews, Nylander, the way they protect the puck. That's
yeah, it's a different way of what I'm used to, and that shows how much the game has changed. I mean, when I watch Willie do his cutbacks, it's unlike anything I've ever seen when it comes to protecting the puck, and I'm sending videos of it to my kids saying, this is how you guys have to do it, don't do it like me. So it's definitely a lot less contact, I would say, but they're obviously much quicker than me, much better on their edges. That's actually coincidentally an area that I'm working on with the skating coaches, and it's a technique thing, and skating has changed a lot since I was a kid, since I came into the league. There's so many different methods that people are teaching, and it's entirely different, like I said, from when I started, so I'm trying to pick up some of their habits.
Do you take any precautions when there's like a bug going around? Like, do you do anything different, or is it just like if it bites me, it bites me?
I got 5 kids, so I go home and if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. That's my philosophy. Yeah.
What are the chances Nylander might be available for you tomorrow?
Well, it's up in the air right now. We'll see how he feels later on. I'll find out more later, but yeah, hopefully he's fine. We'll see.
Is it illness or injury?
Illness.
It's a bit of a bug going through the room.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we've had more guys with it too, but they were able to, keep going. So we'll got to watch for it. Great to see JT out there today, and he got through practice. So.
How did he look to you? He said he lost some weight.
Well, yeah, it looks like he was low energy to me. It's hard, but he's a good pro and got out today and got a sweat, and sure he'll feel better later.
We saw Joe very briefly today. What's up with him? What's the latest?
Yeah, he's improving. I think he went out there again on the ice today. No issues after yesterday on the ice, which is great news. So, there's a good chance he could be with us in practice tomorrow morning.
You got 2 goalies coming off decent games. Bit of a conundrum for you, or as to who starts tomorrow?
I don't know if that's the case. I mean, like you said, they both played well, and Stolarz was in there last game, did a great job for us. He was solid, so we got decisions to make.
What do you like about that drill at the end, the power play work?
Puck touches and puck movement. Not dusting it off, moving it quick, and sometimes power plays get stagnant or are stagnant because it's just they're not seeing it, they're not moving it quick enough, they're not making the PK move quick enough. This drill just gets more touches and more opportunity to shoot pucks. With only 2 killers out there, it's something we've done in the past. So it makes them feel good, and again, it's about getting that puck moving around and getting shots off.
Kings give up 8 in Ottawa. How do you guard against, you guys maybe thinking?
Can't even look at that. I talked to the guys already. This is going to be a hungry team tomorrow coming in here. They've been on a road trip, so they're a good team. They've been a good team. They're big and heavy, so we gotta be prepared. It's going to be a hard game.
What do you think that Pacioretty, like if Nylander's out, like he can bring to the top unit there on the power play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously his shot. He's been a good power play guy in this league for a long time and scored goals. So he's big, and I think it's important that we have a guy that can get the shot off and also be heavy inside around the net.